The trailer for the final episode of Shogun has been released,
FX's Shogun.
And on April 23rd, the last episode of Shogun will be released. Buckle up and join us for a captivating discussion on all things Shogun. Let's get started. Shogun, which has been the best show of the year thus far by a wide margin, is about to end in 1 week. The most excellent episode to date was Episode 9 Crimson Sky, which concluded with a startling death and set up the climactic part of Toranaga's scheme in Episode 10 A Dream of a Dream. As usual, I'm going to speculate on what might be coming up, and again, as usual, I'll be referring to the book a fair bit. So this is your polite warning. The following will probably contain significant spoilers for the Shogun season finale. And if you don't want those, then look away now. Blackthorn has gone through a lot, having agreed to do a second Mariko, and then finally having another night of activity with her. Her death will probably send him into a tailspin. The fact that his ship burns down in the book and leaves him stranded in Japan will make matters worse for him. This is exactly what I think will happen in the season final. To keep Blackthorn in Japan and continue using his services to oppose Ishido, Toranaga himself orders that his ship be set on fire, as the epilogue of the book reveals. This is but a small portion of Toranaga's wealth throughout the long strategy, which also included sending Mariko on a mission he knew would end in suicide to Osaka. Having said that, once more the book claims that Toranaga's goal to become shogun was always the plan. He has been carefully planning every action to gain control, and in the season final he will remove Ishido in the Battle of Sira. If you're keeping track, Toranaga becomes the antagonist in this situation because of this. For his gain, he deceived everyone, sacrificed a number of his loved ones, and disregarded dependable advice. He's a fantastic character, made all the more so by his certain win. In the epilogue, Toranaga reveals Yabushi's betrayal and gives him the order to perform Suku. He will give Blackthorn his sword first, though. Yabushi has been an interesting character, even though he isn't as clever as Toranaga. His actions in the penultimate episode were mostly motivated by fear of Toranaga's defeat and the possible consequences for him in that event. In a culture that values selflessness, he opted for self-preservation. Regretfully, he supported the wrong person. Yabushi will undoubtedly be unhappy with the consequences of his actions, and his unavoidable death will serve as a fitting reminder of the incident that first so impressed Blackthorn when he chose to commit suicide rather than drown. Yabushi and Blackthorn have had a strange connection from the start, and it will be nicely resolved by Yabushi giving Blackthorn his ship. Subscribe to the channel and like the video to see the explanation on the last episode of Shogun and to watch many more such videos. Thanks.
Next Tuesday.
To use you!
Then I came to your shores.